the products that Imagine builds that people use to actually create channels, create feeds, and create streaming media. It covers everything from the automation systems that take care of creating playlists and creating secondary events, managing commercial insertion, all the way through to the actual generation of transport streams and streams that are suitable for HLS and MPEG-Dash for distribution in OTT and cloud environments.
So what is the unique selling proposition of this particular product?
Well, the big thing that we're showing here at NAB is what we call our Aviator product. So Aviator covers orchestration, meaning the management of resources, the management of assets, the management of playlists, and bringing that together in a cloud interface that enables our customers to operate across multiple sites so that they can do multi-site origination and also bring in cloud as a playout engine as well. And that could be used, for example, for disaster recovery. It could be used for main and backup type orientations, and they can also use it for cloud streaming. So if you want to control fast channels, we have the ability to bring Amagi CloudPort engines in underneath our orchestration system and actually control those cloud-based fast channel playout from a single user interface. So that's the newest thing that we're showing here at NAB. Mm-hmm. We also have the Aviator automation system, which sits within that same kind of Aviator framework to do automation across multiple sites and what we call multimodal playout. So that means that you can do on-prem playout engines, so server-based playout engines, in conjunction with those cloud-based playout engines, and give your operations a lot of flexibility, a lot of scalability, and better optimize the cost of playout operations.
There are other products that you're showcasing out here. Would you like to take us around?
Yeah, let's go on over here. This is our connectivity pod. Connectivity is all about building the infrastructure that people use to build broadcast centers, sports production. It's used in a lot of venues, and increasingly it's being used in applications like enterprise and house of worship. So we see a broadening of the IP technology that Imagine has deployed for creating connectivity within those kind of video production environments. What we're primarily showcasing here is our new SNP XL product. So the SNP was introduced about 5 years ago. It's really become the industry's standard product for doing IP gateway, IP processing and up conversion, IP-based multi-viewers. So it has a lot of different use cases. But this year, we're introducing a newer version of it that's a larger scale unit. So whereas the original SMP was a 1RU that had the ability to do 32 ins and 32 outs, now we've introduced the XL, which takes that up to a 2x factor of density. We think this is going to be heavily leveraged in those broadcast center applications, also in live sports production where there's a lot of different camera feeds and a lot of different ins and outs that people have to manage. Totally based on SMPTE 2110 technology, so compliant with all of those standards, integrates with a lot of other vendors that follow that same 2110 standard space, and controlled by the Magellan system, which is our command and control system. Magellan's also been enhanced this year with some new functionality that really focuses on cloud connectivity, giving us the ability to do ground to cloud and cloud to ground routing to make that a lot more efficient and a lot more easy for people to operate.
Tell me, which direction do you think the fields that you're in are going?
Oh, I think everything is moving towards a model where there's cloud consolidation. All of our customers are interested in being able to do remote production using the cloud as a way to manage that. And then, of course, from the origination side, we see cloud playing an increasing role as well. Now, what's interesting, and Imagine's been doing this for almost 10 years now, right? This kind of hybrid model where we're bringing together on-prem and cloud in order to give our customers the flexibility to operate the way they want to operate. Well, what we've seen over the course of the last couple of years is there are definitely cases where keeping things on-prem makes a lot of sense. If you look at the market research statistics, it says that about 75% of the spending in both production and origination is going to remain an investment on-prem. People want to buy capital equipment. They want to be able to run it in their data centers and run it in their broadcast facilities. And so we still have a heavy focus on building those kind of server-based applications that sit in the data center. What customers are telling us, though, is they need to add cloud in on top of that in order to give them the flexibility of being able to move things in and out of cloud and leverage the advantages of cloud when those really make sense. When you're doing centralization, the place to do that is in cloud. When you're doing remote production, the place to do that is in cloud. When you're doing origination for fast channels and other channels that are going to be distributed into the CTV platforms, the place to do that is cloud. And so what we're trying to create is a best of both worlds type scenario, giving our customers the ability to run things on-prem when that makes sense, run it in cloud when that makes sense, and then flexibility to move it back and forth when there's a cost advantage or a cost optimization that they can achieve by moving things from the ground to the cloud or the cloud to the ground.